Hello everyone, welcome to the next video of data structure and algorithm. In this video, we'll discuss a beautiful concept or interesting concept of data structure known as your linked list. Now, why linked list is required and what is the use of linked list that we'll discuss in this video. Before going to the details of the concept, let us find one real-time problem. Okay. Suppose there is a movie theater and the movie theater is having a collection of sets. Okay. Now three of friends have decided that we'll go for movie. Okay. Now suppose these seats are already booked, but three seats are available. Okay. So friend A, B, and C, they have decided to watch the movie. Now whenever they will ask for the tickets, now in ticket counter they will get the reply that three number of seats are not available in consecutive location. But anyhow they have to watch the movie, so they will sit randomly. Okay, so suppose A is sitting here, B is sitting here, and C is sitting here. Clear? Now any other friend, suppose D is at home and want to pass a message to everyone. Okay, now whenever D will wants to pass, D will make a call or will pass the message to A. But obviously A will not pass the message to the side people. Never. B will pass the message to, so A will pass the message to B. And similarly, B will never pass the message to the side people. B will pass the message to C. Now, how this message passing will be done? Now, it's like D is having the address of A. Okay, so D can connect A. Now, similarly, here A is having the address or the number of B. B is having the address of C and C doesn't have any address. Okay. Now you can see that in the movie theater, whenever all are watching movie, but the three friends they are sitting randomly, but still the message passing is done wisely. Why? Because every friend is keeping the number of the next friend. Okay. And they are connected with each other with their address. Okay. Now this concept of connection is known as your connecting list. Okay, so this is what the background of linked list means. In memory, the memory blocks will not be available, or the backend memory blocks will not be available sequentially. They may be available randomly. Okay, so whenever random memory locations are available and you are allocating memory for that, then you will keep the value 5, suppose here, 10 here, 15 here. Okay, but while accessing, it will seem like, or it will feel like the values are stored in sequential memory location. How? Because we will get our value 5, 10, 15 sequentially with output. Okay, so how it is being done? Because every location they are keeping the value as well as the address of the next value. Then the second value is keeping its own value and address of the next one. The last value will not keep the address of anything. Okay, so every value is connected to its next value, that is known as your linked list. Okay, but why you are doing this? What is the problem in the background, so that you are going for the concept of linked list? Now the first and the important or the most important reason is the drawback of array. Now what is the drawback of array? See, whenever we normally declare array, we have to provide the size first. So this is previously known to the compiler or to the user. Accordingly, the memory will be allocated. Okay. So, but if it is required to be extended or needs to be reduced, it cannot be done because it is almost impossible. Clear? So array size must be known in before using it. If you are keeping it blank, then compilation time error will be thrown. So that means whenever you declare array, the size needs to be declared first. That should be known before using it. Okay. Second thing, once the size you are making fixed or static, now you cannot increase or you cannot decrease the size, or you cannot do any kind of modifications if anything is required during the execution time. Suppose I need to keep 10 values, I cannot do that. If I need to keep 2 values, then 3 memory blocks will be wastage. So that means as per my requirement during the execution time, I cannot modify the size of the array. Okay. Third one, or the most important one, if you have watched the previous videos of inserting element into array or deleting of element, you can realize that whenever you will insert a new element, you have to increase the size of the array by 1, and then wherever you want to insert, all the value needs to be disturbed or need to be shifted so that my required value can be inserted at its position. Similarly, while deleting one element, you have to shift all the elements to its previous position and then decrementing the size by 1. But why? If you want to insert any element at a particular position, why other elements will be disturbed? But that is what the drawback of array. Okay, so shifting of all its predecessors and successor elements are required while inserting and deleting any element in the array respectively. Okay, so to overcome all these drawbacks like fixing of size, modification of size, shifting of values in array, now linked list concept has been introduced. Okay, so we'll see all these operations we'll do, but we will not face any kind of difficulty while implementing linked list. Okay, now coming to what is actually linked list. So linked list is nothing but this is a collection of nodes. So what do you mean by node? Now node is nothing but it's a variable. Okay, but that variable is divided into two parts. One is info, where you will keep the value of the variable, and one is next, where I'll keep the address of the next node. Okay, so every node is capable of keeping two values. One is value itself and the address of next node to be connected. Okay, so that means whenever I need to store value 50, I will create a node. Once the node is created, it will be divided into two parts, where I'll keep the value 50 in the info part and one address of the next node here in the next part. Clear? So that means second thing, array, you have to keep the value sequential memory location. But nodes, whenever it is generated, anywhere it will get the memory location, that is okay to the user. Okay, because the nodes can be present randomly in memory. Okay, and when it is randomly present, suppose one node is present at 1000 location, second node is present at 2000 location, then 50 can be keeping the address of 1000 so that this first node will be connected to the second node. Okay, now it will keep the address of 3000, it will be connected with the next node. Clear? So that means every node can be present in random memory location. One is 1000, 2000, 3000 random memory locations, but all are linked together to create a list. Okay, now the list size depends on the memory size. How much memory is present in the system? Accordingly, the total number of nodes can be created. It's not like you have to mention previously or in advance that I need to create 10 number of nodes. After that, you cannot do that. No. If you want to create 10 nodes, you can do that. If you want to create 5 nodes, you are allowed. If you want to create 20 nodes, you are also allowed. But whenever the requirement will come, you will allocate the memory dynamically and the list grows as per the requirement. Okay, suppose here I am keeping 70, then suppose null means no more node is connected, but my requirement will come, one node I need to create, so I'll create and the memory will be allocated at 7000 memory location. Suppose value I am keeping 80, I need to link this one, so instead of null I'll keep 7000 here so that the list will be connected, and I'll keep null so that no more node is present, that will be shown. Okay, so linked list is nothing but this is a collection of random number of nodes, but every node will be connected or linked together to create a list. Okay, so in memory, and the list size is not dependent on the user, not dependent on previously, but it dependent on the memory size. How much total memory is present, accordingly my node can be given memory location. Okay, and whenever you will request to create a node, the memory will be allocated dynamically, and accordingly the list will grow one by one. Okay, so By using this basic concept of nodes and connections, now you can proceed towards the concept of linked list. Okay. Now there are several types of linked lists are there. Basically, we'll deal with 4 different types of linked list. One is a single linked list, then double linked list, circular linked list, and double circular linked list. So in our future videos, we will discuss in details what do you mean by all these linked lists and how the operations will be done in different kinds of linked lists. Okay. So in this video, we have discussed that what is actually linked list is all about and why linked list is required to overcome the drawback of array and how the operations will be done, that will be discussed in our future videos. Okay, so thank you everyone for watching this.